Gentlemen, good to have you with us. To what extent has the storm on Friday and what has ensued changed what's going to happen in Washington in September? Do you think this is a reset in a sense, David?
I've decided to take the most willfully confident, or at least optimistic, point of view of just maybe post-flood. The dove comes bearing the olive branch, and things will get better. I do think there's a potential things to get better. The Republicans were headed toward dysfunction this fall with the budget showdowns, with this fight over the wall, possible government shutdown, and now they at least have a pretext, all the while knowing they look dysfunctional and they have to get something done. Now they have a pretext to change the subject, to put some budget relief in there for the flood without doing offsets, without trying to rip the money out from other programs. And they could say, hey, we can't do the wall right now, we got to rebuild Texas. And by the way, on the background, you're going to need a lot of construction workers in Texas. And there's a country with a construction worker shortage. So maybe this isn't the time to crack down on immigration. And so I think there's a possibility, if they want to look functional, to seize this moment, whether they will or not, but I'm going for maximal optimistic unrealism.
So, Mark, would you agree that the storm has given Republicans some cover for a kumbaya moment?
Not necessarily a kumbaya moment, because I think that's impossible with Donald Trump, because he's so mercurial, so volatile, and so self-obsessed. But I think it's a great political opportunity for Republicans, partly for the reasons that David said. The old maxim in combat in World War II was there are no atheists in a foxhole. There are no libertarian, conservative, small government people at a time when they're in the wake of a hurricane. People turn, what's the government going to do? I want it done. Even the much ridiculed and legitimately so Ted Cruz, who ran for president, proclaiming he was the most unpopular man in the Senate, earned that epithet, sobriquet, by opposing any hurricane aid to the citizens of New York and New Jersey after Hurricane Sandy. And 22 of the 23 Republican members of Congress from Texas, including John Cornyn, the senator, and Cruz, opposed it. Now, of course, they are the biggest exhorters for federal aid, federal involvement, national government rushing in. So, but I do think it's an opportunity for Republicans to unite and to get away from the wall and the president's empty threat to close the government if it weren't funded.